started in television, and not to date myself, but for the most part, it was just a TV screen. Over the course of time, being a TV producer was just more about being a content creator.
Karleen is an Emmy Award winning producer, media personality, and entrepreneur. She has years of experience in the entertainment industry and has worked with vastly different teams. Recently, she's been creating content for her business, the Entrepreneurship Center, and is working to establish her visual identity.
I have gone from like big networks where the resources were vast, and then I've gone to smaller production houses that had more of a nimble startup approach where literally as a producer, you're not only directing, you're filming, you're writing the copy. I'm pretty talented, but not at everything. So today is the first day that I'm going to meet Bryan. I am excited and a little nervous. It's always that initial first meeting that is so integral. You know, I just want to make sure that we merge, we have the same vision creatively.
Hey Karleen, how are you?
While Bryan isn't as familiar with After Effects, he's very familiar creating graphics and effects in Final Cut Pro. Most importantly, he's resourceful. We feel confident that he'll be able to help Karleen create a graphic set that fits into her workflow.
Last year, I decided to launch an Entrepreneurship Center. So this is it here. I've been in business for myself for a number of years, and I just felt like as a woman of color, and also during the pandemic, there were a lot of people who were either deciding to start businesses or didn't know how to manage their business. And I wanted to create a place where I had learned so much and I could share it, but also bring in some really great resources. You know, my background is video, I'm a producer, and so it's important for me to have video to just kind of explain certain concepts.
Did you want to talk about like the challenge that you guys came up with?
The first video that I launched was this Grant Tips for Success video. I literally just used templates off of like Premiere.
Yeah.
And so there's no cohesiveness to kind of like this center in itself with regards to like the videos.
Yeah.
So what I would like to do is create a graphics package. So whenever you see a video on either social media or a video that we release on YouTube, it has our signature either colors, lower thirds, or transitions, and you know that, oh, it's their video. I can take multiple camera angles, multiple cameras, put together a really nice cohesive story. But I suck at graphics, no shame in saying that.
It's not actually my area of expertise, but Storyblocks, they have these pre-made templates that we can kind of customize in Premiere, that we can make it to fit your brand.
I was thinking that we would definitely need lower thirds.
Yeah.
1 or 2 signature transitions.
Yeah.
So I highlighted this Premiere Pro template with a bunch of different transitions.
What about in terms of like font and font style? Is there something that you kind of like consistently use throughout?
So no, right now the fonts that you see on the website, on the center site, is pretty much what the template of the site gave me.
Yeah, that's the one thing when I do my videos. I try to use the same font throughout all of them just to keep that consistency. And I guess that's what we want to do, right, with all your videos.
Yeah, there should be an intro, and always the same intro throughout.
Yep.
Then of course the text that we use, which you just mentioned, having the core text that we use. And then kind of like if I'm putting photos up, what does that page look like? A lower third, and then a signature transition.
What we can do now, you picked out a bunch of graphics already, right? So we can maybe like play around with them. A lot of the stuff that I do on my channel is on Final Cut Pro. This is gonna definitely be like a challenge for me too, which I love. Like I love taking on these challenges.
So I just had my first call with Bryan, and he's pretty mellow. I won't lie to you, like there's a part of me that wants to even rise more to the occasion. I will become the graphics guru that you believe I can be.
So I'm gonna be creating a graphics package for her. The only thing is, we gotta do it in Premiere and After Effects, which is something I'm not as familiar with. This is definitely gonna be a cool challenge.
I started to open all the transitions that I downloaded from Storyblocks. But what I didn't realize was that many of them are on After Effects. I'd have to do one extra step to transition them to Adobe Premiere. So I want to talk to Bryan about using Premiere Pro templates. I think it will give me a sense of peace.
She's rethinking the idea of using After Effects to edit some of the graphics. And we're gonna hop on a call with her real soon again. We can try to find something that's similar to the one that you have. I highly suggest keeping it all in Premiere.
I'll spend the next hour or so just looking for more templates that are in Premiere Pro.
Yep, okay.
He gets it, like we're not only thinking strategically in terms of design, but we're thinking strategically in terms of process, which is really important when you're creative.
So I've been playing around with a couple of templates already, and since I'm not too familiar with Premiere, it's been a process so far. Once I get used to it, I feel like we should be able to get things running.
I feel like I'm falling behind. I did so much work before to kind of come to this point, but I think it's just part of the process sometimes that you want to be as prepared as you can, and then you realize something and you move forward. So, all right, I'm back at the drawing board. So I have updated the favorites folder that I've been working out of with Bryan with more content that's all Premiere Pro and a variety of transitions and lower thirds.
I'm just trying to find one that will fit her branding. A lot of these have the modern urban feel to it. She wanted something a bit more corporate, but nothing too generic.
So Bryan hit me up and he likes one of the designs for the lower thirds that I sent him. This one. I won't lie to you, I love it, but I wonder if it's too much for my graphics. And I know I picked it, I can't see the whole picture yet.
Ooh, so I honestly thought it'd be a lot easier just to apply these templates on Premiere, but I am definitely struggling to get them working and just kind of integrated with her video. So I'm just letting Karleen know that I'll probably have to work on this throughout the night.
There's still some areas that just don't feel uniform or have that spark that I think Bryan can bring to it. So I'm hoping that he will introduce that when I show him what I got so far. And he was right. The graphic he suggested, I was like a little scared of, but once I loaded it in, it wasn't as intimidating. It was actually electrifying. And it's a good place to be in compared to this morning. And if this is day one, then day two will be mind-blowing.
Okay, we're gonna contact Karleen right now and let her know that we're gonna do our call just a little later so that I have a bit more time to work on this intro since last night was kind of a little crazy for me.
I spent late last night looking for additional stock footage because I think today should be spent really taking in all the assets that we've created and kind of mixing and matching to get a feel for if it really captures the identity that we talked about in our first meeting. So wish me luck.
I'm going to call my friend Derek. He uses Adobe Premiere to edit a lot of his videos. I just want to ask him a question. Yo, quick question, bro. I know you're probably busy. How do you make... Are you? Okay.
What I'm going to do is now start playing with unique transitions and also creative text in between areas where I don't think a photo or a piece of footage would have been appropriate. Finalize the piece and then make it really unique.
So I think I'm done. So the main thing I was working on was this intro here. I think that's good, and then I got her a little social media pop-up here that we also customized. We're gonna hop on a call in about 5-10 minutes and we'll see what she says.
Hola.
Hey, Karleen, how are you?
I'm good. Are you feeling better?
Oh, so much better today. Got everything done, so.
Okay. I'm just excited to see what comes together.
So let me just show you what I came up with.
Okay. Hi, I'm Karleen Leveille, founder of the Karleen Leveille Entrepreneurship Center. I'm super pleased. So one of the things that I was really concerned about, and not concerned about you in terms of talent, that was evident. Collaboration, right? Because we only had these 2 days.
Yeah.
And so I just felt like every step of the way you and me were in sync. Like we didn't talk
I think
every
so
minute.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it all worked out.
It did work out.
I added in all the different clips that we're talking about, and then I had your title come up here. And this is the font that I was talking about that you chose.
Okay.
But one of them is just bolded.
This feels like regal for me. So I like that. And I love did you use the ramping on yours?
I just kind of like fitted it up.
On the blue, on the turquoise, your turquoise, you have lines going through it.
Oh, it's an overlay on Storyblocks. So I used the graphic overlay, and then I just put the title over it. I included it in the intro. So instead of a logo, I had the background and the text replace it.
I like that. You gotta send that to me too.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I'll send you all of these.
The quote unquote hard work for me will just be kind of like creating a template premiere project that has like my favorite go-to like titles. And just it's always in there.
So what I usually do is I edit on a hard drive, right? And I'll have a folder of all the elements that I use, and everything will be there. My intro, my outro, my like pop-ups and social media icons. And what I do, I just kind of drag it to the video.
I feel prepared. Like now we can move into this next phase of content development for the center because we have stuff that looks good. You know, on my own, I don't know if I would have pushed it as much to try new things without your input or your suggestions.
Oh, that means a lot. And actually I learned a lot just working with you as well. Just like all this Premiere stuff and seeing what you did on your end. This was fun.
Yeah,
this was really fun.
I think all the work that we did was incredible. It was a great balance. Like the things that I didn't think about, he thought about. I'm 1,000% excited and grateful that I took part in this challenge.
I feel like a creative partner should be someone who will speak their mind in a constructive way, of course. The point of having a partner is to learn off each other and be able to bounce ideas off each other. You want to be able to hear why they do certain things and how they do certain things. It just has to go both ways. By just being passive and agreeing to whatever the other person says, it doesn't really benefit anyone. I definitely learned a lot from each of the guests that I work with in this project. They all gave their opinions and ideas and made sure that their voice was heard as well. And I think that's what made the whole process great for everybody.